Nokia is a company that shows how strong ideas and hard work can change the world. It began in a small town in Finland in 1865 as a paper mill. Over time, Nokia grew to become one of the most important technology companies in the world. It became famous for making mobile phones that people loved and trusted. Nokia's journey is full of hope, challenges, success, and strong spirit. This makes it a great story for students, workers, and dreamers everywhere. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was the #1 mobile phone company in the world. People from many countries used Nokia phones. They were known for their simple design, strong battery life, and long-lasting build. Many people still remember their first Nokia phone. Some of the most famous models were the Nokia 3310 and the Nokia 1100. These phones were not just tools, they were a part of daily life for millions. What makes Nokia's story so inspiring is how it started small and became a global leader. It teaches us that no dream is too big. The people at Nokia believed in innovation and worked hard to build something better every day. Their passion and teamwork helped them to grow and succeed in a fast-changing world. Nokia was not afraid to take risks, and that made all the difference. But the journey was not always easy. Nokia also faced difficult times. When smartphones like the iPhone and Android became popular, Nokia struggled to keep up. It lost its place as a market leader. This was a hard time for the company. However, Nokia did not give up. It tried to change and improve. It worked with Microsoft to make new phones and later came back with new ideas through a company called HMD Global. Today, Nokia is still working in the technology field. It is helping build 5G networks, making digital tools, and supporting global communication. While it no longer leads the mobile phone market, it still plays a big role in making the world more connected. Nokia's story shows us the power of learning, adapting, and never giving up. For students learning English and preparing for the IELTS exam, Nokia's journey can be a good example. It teaches us useful words, business ideas, and the value of effort. More importantly, it shows that even after failure, success is possible if we keep moving forward. Nokia is more than a brand. It is a symbol of courage, growth, and the ability to rise again. It tells us that the road to success is not always straight, but it is always worth it. This video will take you through Nokia's amazing story, a story that can inspire you to dream big, work hard, and believe in your future. Chapter 1. Origins and Early Innovations. Nokia started a long time ago in the country of Finland. The year was 1865. A man named Fredrik Idestam opened a paper mill near a river. The river helped turn wood into paper. This was the beginning of Nokia. The company was named after the Nokianverta River, which flowed near the mill. In the beginning, Nokia only made paper. It made paper for books, newspapers, and writing. After some years, Fredrik opened a second paper mill. The business grew slowly. Later, he joined with a friend named Leo McKellen. They worked together and changed the paper business into a bigger company. In 1898, another company started in Finland. It was called Finnish Rubber Works. It made rubber boots, tires, and other rubber products. Later, a third company began. It was Finnish Cable Works. This company made telephone and electric cables. In 1967, these three companies came together to make one big company. They called it Nokia Corporation. Nokia now worked in many areas. It made paper, rubber, cables, and even machines. This was a big step. It helped Nokia grow stronger and more modern. Nokia started to look at new ideas. In the 1970s, it began working with electronics. This was very new at that time. Nokia made radios, TVs, and early computers. It also worked on military technology for Finland. The company learned many skills in this time. One big step for Nokia was when it started working on telephone networks. It made systems that helped people talk over long distances. This was very important for the future. Nokia became a leader in telephone technology. It was now ready for the mobile phone world. In the early 1980s, Nokia made its first car phone. It was large and heavy, but it was the start of something new. Later, it made smaller and better phones. These phones could be used without wires. This was a big change. People could now talk while walking or driving. Nokia's early work in electronics and networks helped it grow fast. The company was ready to lead the mobile phone world. Its strong history in paper, rubber, and cables gave it a strong base. Its new work in technology gave it a bright future. This chapter shows how Nokia began. From a small paper mill, it became a big technology company. The road was not easy. But Nokia always looked forward and tried new things. This made the company strong and ready for the future. Nokia's early years are full of learning and change. They teach us that starting small is okay. What matters is to keep trying and keep moving. The story of Nokia's beginnings is a great example of how small steps can lead to big success. Chapter 2: Rise in the Mobile Phone Market. In the 1980s and 1990s, Nokia started to grow fast in the mobile phone market. At first, mobile phones were big and heavy. Only some people used them, like business people or police officers. But Nokia wanted to make mobile phones for everyone. In 1987, Nokia made one of its first handheld phones. It was called the Mobira Cityman. It was smaller than older phones, but still heavy. Even the president of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, used this phone. This helped Nokia become more popular. In the early 1990s, Nokia began to make better mobile phones. These phones were lighter, smaller, and easier to use. In 1992, Nokia made a very important phone. It was called the Nokia 1011. It was the first phone that worked with a new system called GSM. This system made mobile calls clearer and safer. It was also used in many countries. This helped people talk across borders more easily. Nokia had a clear goal. It wanted to make phones for everyone, not just for rich people. The company focused on simple design, strong quality, and long battery life. These ideas helped Nokia sell more phones around the world. People liked Nokia phones because they were easy to use and did not break easily. In 1994, Nokia made a big change. It stopped making TVs and some other products. It chose to focus only on mobile phones and network systems. This was a smart move. Nokia became even stronger in the mobile phone world. One of Nokia's most famous phones came in the year 2000. It was the Nokia 3310. This phone was small, strong, and had a long battery life. It also had a game called Snake that many people loved. Millions of people around the world bought this phone. It became a symbol of Nokia's success. By the early 2000s, Nokia was the #1 mobile phone company in the world. It sold phones in more than 150 countries. Its phones were used by people of all ages. Nokia became a global brand. Everyone knew the name Nokia. Nokia also worked on mobile networks. It helped build systems that made mobile calls faster and better. This made it easier for people to stay connected, even in faraway places. Nokia helped connect the world. The rise of Nokia in the mobile phone market was very fast. It worked hard to make phones for the people. It used new technology and smart ideas. It believed in simple, strong, and useful products. This helped the company become a leader in mobile phones. This chapter shows how Nokia changed the world of communication. From heavy car phones to small hand phones, Nokia made it easier for people to talk, send messages, and stay close. It is a story of smart choices, good planning, and hard work. Chapter 3: Iconic Nokia Devices. Nokia made many mobile phones, but some became very special. These phones are called iconic devices. They were popular, useful, and loved by people all over the world. This chapter will talk about some of the most famous Nokia phones. One of the first iconic phones was the Nokia 1011, made in 1992. It was the first phone that worked with a system called GSM. This system helped people make better phone calls. The Nokia 1011 was small for that time and easy to use. It started a new age of mobile phones. Next came the Nokia 2110 in 1994. It was small and had a new feature, SMS, or short message service. This meant people could now send text messages from one phone to another. It also had a new ringtone, later known as the Nokia tune. Many people liked it and used it as their phone sound. In 1999, Nokia made the Nokia 3210. It was famous for its fun design and easy use. It had a strong battery and games like Snake. The Nokia 3210 was one of the first phones with no external antenna, making it look better. Many young people used this phone, and it became a big hit. Then came one of the most loved phones ever, the Nokia 3310, released in 2000. It was small, strong, and had a very long battery life. People said it was unbreakable because it did not break easily. It also had fun features like ringtones, texting, and games. Over 126 million Nokia 3310 phones were sold around the world. In 2002, Nokia introduced the Nokia 7650. This was Nokia's first phone with a built-in camera. Now, people could take photos and share them with others. It also had a big color screen and a new system called Symbian OS, which allowed users to download and use apps. Another important phone was the Nokia 6600, released in 2003. It looked modern and had more smart features like a media player, internet access, and email. It was used by both business people and normal users. In 2005, Nokia made the Nokia N70, part of the N series. These phones were smart, powerful, and had good cameras and music players. They were like small computers and helped Nokia enter the smartphone world. The Nokia N95, launched in 2007, was another top device. It had a large screen, GPS, music player, internet, and a 5-megapixel camera. It was one of the best phones before the iPhone era. These iconic Nokia devices were part of everyday life. People used them to talk, text, play games, take photos, and stay connected. Nokia phones were simple, strong, and trusted. Many people remember their first Nokia phone with love. This chapter shows how Nokia's best phones helped people all over the world. They were more than just devices, they were part of people's lives. Nokia's phones were truly iconic. Chapter 4: Global Expansion and Dominance. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia became a very big name in the world. The company did not only sell phones in Finland. It started to sell phones in many other countries. This is called global expansion. Nokia's phones were simple, strong, and easy to use. People in many parts of the world liked them. Nokia opened offices and factories in different countries. It made phones in Asia, Europe, and North America. This helped the company grow fast. Nokia worked with local shops and mobile networks to sell more phones. It also hired people from many different countries. This helped Nokia understand what people in each place wanted. By 1998, Nokia became the world's #1 mobile phone company. It sold more phones than any other brand. People trusted Nokia. The phones were famous for long battery life and strong bodies. They did not break easily. Even in places with poor mobile signals, Nokia phones worked well. This made the brand popular in Africa, Asia, and South America. Nokia did more than just cell phones. It also helped build mobile networks. These are the systems that allow phones to work. In many countries, Nokia helped build the first mobile networks. This made it easier for people to talk to each other, even in small towns and villages. Nokia also became a part of culture. In many homes, people had Nokia phones. The ringtone Nokia tune was heard everywhere. The game Snake became very popular. Young people, old people, students, and workers, everyone could use a Nokia phone. It was easy to learn and fun to use. Nokia also started to lead in mobile technology. The company worked hard in research and development. It made better screens, stronger batteries, and new features like cameras, music, and internet. Nokia's technology helped shape the future of mobile phones. One important thing was Nokia's pricing. It made phones for rich people, and also for people who wanted cheaper models. This made Nokia popular in both big cities and small villages. People who never had a phone before now had a chance to own one. By the year 2005, Nokia had sold over 1 billion phones. This was a big number. Nokia phones were in more than 150 countries. It was truly a global brand. During this time, Nokia was also one of the most valuable companies in Europe. It was a symbol of success. Many students and young workers wanted to work at Nokia. It gave hope and jobs to many people. This chapter shows how Nokia grew from a small company in Finland to the top mobile phone brand in the world. Its strong products, smart ideas, and focus on people helped it grow fast. Nokia's global journey was a great example of how good products can reach everyone. Chapter 5. The Symbian Era. After Nokia became the #1 mobile phone company in the world, it started to make phones that were smarter. These phones could do more than just call and send messages. They could take photos, play music, and connect to the internet. To do this, Nokia used a special system called Symbian. Symbian was a mobile operating system. It helped the phone run apps, games, music, and more. It was like a computer system, but made for small phones. Nokia used Symbian in many of its smart devices. This time is called the Symbian era. In the early 2000s, Nokia started making phones with Symbian. One of the first was the Nokia 9210 communicator. It looked like a small laptop. It had a keyboard, color screen, and could open documents and emails. It was very popular with business people. Another famous Symbian phone was the Nokia 6600, released in 2003. It was small but smart. It had a color screen, camera, and memory card. People could download apps, take photos, and even record videos. It was easy to use and became a bestseller. In 2005, Nokia made the N series. These were high-end phones with many features. Phones like the N70, N73, and N95 were all part of this series. The N95 was one of the most powerful phones of its time. It had a 5-megapixel camera, GPS, music player, and could even connect to Wi-Fi. It was like a small computer in your hand. Symbian phones helped people do more in their daily lives. They could read emails, surf the web, listen to music, and take good quality photos. These phones were used by students, business people, and travelers around the world. Nokia also had a store called Ovi Store, where people could download apps for their Symbian phones. There were apps for games, news, weather, and learning. This was a new idea, and people enjoyed having many choices on their phones. The Symbian system was strong and worked well for many years. But it was also a little hard to use for some people. When other phones like the iPhone and Android came, they had easier systems. These new systems were faster and more modern. Even though Symbian started to lose its place, it gave Nokia many good years. From 2000 to 2010, millions of Symbian phones were sold. They were smart, useful, and made people's lives better. The Symbian era was a very important time for Nokia. It showed that phones could do much more than just call. Nokia helped lead the way into the world of smartphones. This chapter tells the story of Symbian and how it helped Nokia grow even bigger. It was a time of smart ideas, new features, and exciting technology. Many people remember their first Symbian phone with joy. It was the start of a new mobile world. Chapter 6. Challenges in the Smartphone Revolution. In the late 2000s, the mobile phone world started to change. New phones were coming with bigger screens, touch controls, and better internet. These new phones were called smartphones. Nokia had made smartphones before, but now the competition was stronger. This time was called the smartphone revolution. In 2007, Apple launched the iPhone. It was different from other phones. It had a big touch screen and no buttons. People could use their fingers to open apps, watch videos, and browse the web. It was easy to use and looked modern. Many people loved it. Soon after, Google made a new system called Android. This system was free for other phone makers to use. Companies like Samsung, HTC, and LG started using Android. They made many phones in different sizes and prices. This gave people more choices. Nokia was not ready for this big change. It still used the Symbian system. But Symbian was hard to use for some people. It did not look as modern as iPhone or Android. People started buying Android phones or iPhones instead of Nokia. Another challenge was apps. The iPhone had the App Store, and Android had Google Play. People could easily download games, tools, and fun apps. But Nokia's OV Store had fewer apps. Developers also found it harder to make apps for Symbian. Nokia tried to fix these problems. It made new phones like the Nokia N97, but many users found it slow or confusing. The touchscreen was not as good as the iPhone. Nokia's smartphones could not match the speed, look, or feel of Android and iOS phones. Inside the company, there were also problems. Nokia had many teams working on different projects. They did not always agree on what to do. This made it hard to move fast. While Apple and Android moved quickly, Nokia took more time to make changes. By 2010, Nokia was losing its top position. Sales were going down. People were choosing Samsung, Apple, or other brands. Nokia was no longer the #1 mobile company. In 2011, Nokia made a big decision. It stopped using Symbian for new phones. Instead, it made a deal with Microsoft to use a new system called Windows Phone. Nokia hoped this would help them become strong again. But this change came too late. The smartphone revolution was fast and powerful. It brought new ideas, new companies, and new ways to use phones. Nokia, once a leader, now had to catch up. This chapter shows how Nokia faced big challenges. Even strong companies can have problems if they do not change at the right time. The world of technology moves quickly, and it is important to keep learning and improving. Nokia's story during the smartphone revolution teaches us about change, competition, and the need to listen to users. It was a hard time, but also an important lesson. Chapter 7: Partnership with Microsoft. In 2011, Nokia made a very big decision. The company was losing its place in the mobile phone market. People were buying more iPhones and Android phones. Nokia's old system, Symbian, was not working well anymore. So, Nokia looked for a new way to stay strong. It decided to work with another big company, Microsoft. Microsoft is an American technology company. It is famous for making the Windows computer system. At that time, Microsoft also had a phone system called Windows Phone. But not many people were using it. Microsoft also wanted to grow in the smartphone market. So, Nokia and Microsoft made a deal to work together. In this partnership, Nokia would stop using Symbian and start using Windows Phone in all its new smartphones. These phones would be called Lumia. Nokia would make the hardware, the phone itself. Microsoft would give the software, the Windows Phone system. The first Lumia phones came in 2011. One of them was the Nokia Lumia 800. It had a nice design, bright colors, and a good camera. It used the Windows Phone system, which was different from Android and iPhone. It had tiles on the screen instead of icons. Some people liked it because it was simple and clean. Nokia also made other Lumia phones like the Lumia 520, Lumia 920, and Lumia 1020. The Lumia 1020 was special because it had a 41-megapixel camera, one of the best phone cameras at that time. Nokia hoped these phones would help bring back its success. But even with Microsoft's help, Nokia still had problems. Many people were already used to Android or iPhone. App makers did not want to make apps for Windows Phone because fewer people used it. So, the Windows Store had fewer apps than Google Play or the App Store. This made it harder for Nokia to attract more users. Even though Lumia phones were good, they could not become very popular. Sales were not as strong as Nokia had hoped. The partnership did not bring the big success Nokia needed. In 2014, Microsoft made another big move. It bought Nokia's phone business. This means Microsoft became the owner of Nokia's smartphone division. The Nokia brand was removed from most phones, and Microsoft started using the name Microsoft Lumia. Many people were sad because the Nokia name was loved by millions. This chapter shows how Nokia tried to stay strong by working with Microsoft. The partnership was full of hope, but also many challenges. It was a time of change and learning. The Nokia and Microsoft story teaches us that even big companies must keep improving. New ideas are not always easy, but they are important. Sometimes, even good plans do not work as expected. But trying is better than giving up. Chapter 8. Decline and Acquisition by Microsoft. After Nokia started working with Microsoft in 2011, many people hoped the company would grow again. Nokia made new phones called Lumia with the Windows Phone system. Some of these phones were good and had nice cameras. But still, many people did not want to buy them. Most people were already using Android phones or iPhones. These phones had more apps, better designs, and were easy to use. The Windows Phone system was different. It had fewer apps and did not work with some popular services. Many users were not happy with this. As a result, Nokia's phone sales kept going down. In some countries, Nokia phones were still popular, but not like before. The company lost its #1 position. Other companies like Samsung, Apple, and Huawei became more powerful in the market. Nokia tried to change things. It made many Lumia models, including cheap and expensive ones. But the number of users did not grow fast. People wanted more apps and better phone systems. Nokia was trying hard, but it could not win the race. In 2014, something big happened. Microsoft decided to buy Nokia's phone business. This means Microsoft paid money to take control of Nokia's mobile phone division. It was a big step. The deal was worth more than $7 billion. After this deal, Nokia stopped making phones. Microsoft started to make phones under the name Microsoft Lumia. Many Nokia workers moved to Microsoft. The famous Nokia logo was removed from new phones. This was a sad time for many people. Nokia was once the biggest phone company in the world. People loved its simple, strong, and long-lasting phones. Now, that time was over. Many people around the world felt sorry to see Nokia leave the phone market. After the deal, Microsoft also had a hard time. Its Lumia phones did not become popular. The Windows Phone system was closed in the next few years. Microsoft stopped making phones too. Nokia, the company, did not die. It still worked in other areas like network systems, 5G, and technology solutions. But it no longer made phones. The Nokia phone brand was quiet for some time. This chapter tells the story of Nokia's decline and how Microsoft bought its phone business. It is a story of change and lessons. Even the biggest companies can face hard times. Technology moves fast, and companies must keep up. Nokia's fall was not because the company was bad. It was because the world of smartphones changed quickly. Nokia was slow to change. Still, Nokia's story is full of strong moments and big ideas. Many people still remember their first Nokia phone with love. The end of Nokia's phone business was the end of a great chapter. But every end also brings a new beginning. Chapter 9. Return with HMD Global. After Microsoft bought Nokia's phone business in 2014, Nokia stopped making mobile phones. Many people thought the Nokia phone brand was gone forever. But a few years later, something new happened. A company called HMD Global brought Nokia phones back. HMD Global is a company from Finland, just like Nokia. In 2016, HMD Global made a deal with Nokia. They got the rights to use the Nokia name on mobile phones and tablets. This was big news. Many people were happy to hear that Nokia phones were coming back. The new Nokia phones were not the same as the old ones. They now used the Android system, which was popular around the world. Android had many apps and was easy to use. People liked Android because it was simple, fast, and worked well on many phones. In 2017, HMD Global launched its first Nokia Android phone, the Nokia 6. It was strong, well-designed, and had good features. People liked it because it was simple and clean, just like the old Nokia style. After that, more phones came out, like the Nokia 3, Nokia 5 and Nokia 8. One special thing about these new phones was that they had pure Android. This means they did not have extra apps or heavy software. The phones were easy to use and got regular updates. This made them fast and safe. HMD Global also brought back some classic Nokia phones. In 2017, they released a new version of the Nokia 3310. This phone was simple, with buttons, long battery life, and the famous snake game. It was not a smartphone, but many people loved it. It reminded them of the past and made them feel happy. Nokia phones made by HMD Global became popular again in many countries. People liked their design, clean software, and good prices. These phones were great for students, families, and people who wanted a good phone without spending too much money. HMD Global also worked to make strong phones. Some Nokia phones were made from metal, had good cameras, and long battery life. This helped the Nokia brand become trusted again. Even though Nokia was not number one like before, it found a place in the market again. It was no longer trying to beat Apple or Samsung. Instead, it focused on making safe, strong, and simple phones for everyone. This return was not just about phones. It was about bringing back trust, quality, and the Nokia name. Many people felt happy to see Nokia alive again. It reminded them of good times and good phones. This chapter shows how Nokia made a comeback with HMD Global. It is a story of hope and new beginnings. Even after a fall, it is possible to stand up again and try once more. Nokia's return proves that a trusted name can still have a bright future. Chapter 10: Legacy and Future Prospects. Nokia is more than just a phone company. It has a long history and has touched the lives of millions of people around the world. Even today, many people remember their first Nokia phone. The name Nokia brings back memories of simple, strong, and long-lasting phones. This is called legacy. Nokia's legacy is about more than just products. It showed how a small company from Finland could become a global leader. Nokia gave jobs to thousands of people and helped many countries grow their mobile networks. It was a symbol of technology, trust, and quality. Nokia also helped millions of people talk to each other. In villages, towns, and cities, Nokia phones were everywhere. People used them to call family, send messages, and stay connected. For many, a Nokia phone was their first step into the world of technology. Nokia made phones for everyone. Some were cheap and simple. Others were smart and full of features. This made Nokia a brand for all people, young and old, rich and poor. Its easy-to-use design and strong build made it special. Even when Nokia had hard times, it did not give up. After its phone business was sold, Nokia worked in other areas. It focused on network systems, helping to build fast 4G and 5G internet around the world. Nokia is still a big name in the telecom industry. Now, with HMD Global, Nokia phones are back. They are not number one, but they are still trusted by many. New Nokia phones use Android and are clean, safe, and strong. Some people buy them for their simple design. Others buy them because they remember the old Nokia phones. Looking at the future, Nokia has many chances. It is working on new technologies like 5G, smart networks, and digital health. Nokia wants to help people and businesses connect better and faster. It also wants to stay safe, green, and smart. The world of mobile phones keeps changing. But Nokia's name still means something. It stands for honesty, quality, and hard work. New generations may not remember the Nokia 3310, but they will know that Nokia is a brand they can trust. Nokia's future is not just in phones. It is in smart cities, clean energy, and digital tools. The company is growing in these areas and helping build a better world. Nokia wants to be a part of the next big changes in technology. This chapter shows that even after big ups and downs, Nokia is still here. Its story gives hope to many people and companies. A strong legacy and a smart plan for the future can help anyone succeed again. Nokia's journey is not finished. It is still moving forward, ready for new challenges and new success. The Nokia story is a story of strength, change, and new dreams. Vocabularies. 1. Legacy, something that is left behind from the past and remembered or respected. 2. Partnership, a working relationship between two people or companies for a common goal. 3. Acquisition, when one company buys another company or part of it. 4. Expansion, the act of growing or spreading into new areas or markets. 5. Innovation, a new idea, product or way of doing something. 6. Smartphone, a mobile phone that can do many things like a computer, such as using apps and the internet. 7. Operating system, the main software that controls a phone or computer, e.g., Android, Windows. 8. Comeback, a return to success after a period of failure or weakness. 9. Global, related to the whole world or many countries. 10. Prospects, the chances or possibilities for future success or growth. Quiz questions. 1. In which country did Nokia begin as a paper mill in 1865? 2. What was the name of Nokia's first GSM mobile phone released in 1992? 3. Which Nokia phone released in 2000 became famous for being strong and long-lasting? 4. By what year did Nokia become the #1 mobile phone company in the world? 5. What was the name of the mobile operating system used by Nokia in its early smartphones? 6. Which two mobile systems became popular and made it hard for Nokia to compete? 7. What was the name of the phone series made by Nokia during its partnership with Microsoft? 8. In which year did Microsoft buy Nokia's phone business? 9. What company brought back Nokia phones using the Android system in 2016? 10. What new technology is Nokia working on for the future besides mobile phones? Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning with us. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories and easy English learning content. Do you have a topic you'd like us to cover in our next video? Maybe a famous person, an invention, or a country? Let us know in the comments or messages. We'd love to hear your ideas. You can find answers in the description. Thanks again, and keep learning with us. See you in the next video.